Howdy all and welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days to Die. My beautiful 44 Magnum. I finally acquired you, and I've got no bullets for you. Alright, before I get headed out here, I had better make up some food. I got no food. I do have food crate. Wow, did you see how amazing that food went right onto my hotbar where I clicked? Oh, look at the can. That's cool. Alright, let me grab this other can. No? That didn't get me there. That's alright. I have got meat and somewhere. That meat looks nice now. Somewhere I've got a grill. There's my grill. And I've got a campfire. Wouldn't let me swap those out. And now I can grill me up some venison. Just need a minute 30, huh? Nope. I do need that other stick in there, or plank in there apparently. Alright, that'll give me some food before I head off. We gotta go find some more things. Probably take this road right here to the south, I guess. Explore that a little bit. So, I have watched this series from... Oh, I was like, what's going on? I've watched the series premiere of Fear the Walking Dead. It was okay. It looks like the future episodes are going to be way better. It was a little less focused on the zombies. Like, I don't mean like I wanted there to be raving hordes of zombies. I mean like it was a little less focused on the causes and the reactions to the zombies than I would have preferred. But it looks like that's coming up soon. Yeah, it was definitely fun. Good cast. I like the actress that plays the mother on the show. You know, that should probably go in with the food, right? Because that's food. I'll bet this corn and these potatoes could go over there. Oh, and this egg. Man, look at me with all my stuff not in the correct box. Corn and potato seeds. And this egg. And, what else did I grab to put in there? Oh yeah, the cooking pot can go in here. Tin cans, I guess, can go in here. Alright, now we should be able to head on out and see what's what. Okay, I am here. So I would like to take this road right here. But I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, I like the actors. I like the actor that plays the boyfriend. I am not gonna remember anybody's name. It's too new. Let's say there's a Nick and an Alicia and that's about it. I think Nick and Alicia are the kids. Oh, there's a Calvin. I remember his name. I don't know why, but I don't remember the adults' names for some reason. But the first episode was about half about Nick and most of the rest of it was about the daughter, I guess. And we start off pretty cool. Apparently, spoilers if you haven't watched it yet. Apparently, Nick is a heroin addict. I'm claiming heroin. I don't know that for a fact. I don't think I paid enough attention to what he was doing, but it kind of looked like heroin paraphernalia to me. And so he had taken heroin and was unconscious while... Oh, dang it! Dang it! Oh, they set me on fire and killed me. I heard that guy coming. I did not hear the flaming guys coming. I don't know if I just have my volume down too low or what. But I sure seem to be missing... it took 2 points away from me. I sure seem to be missing the zombie noises for some reason. They're like stealthy zombies now. Used to be way easier to hear coming. Yeah, so they, he wakes up and there's nobody there, and he's, basically they've got a drug house in an old church, apparently. And so, when he goes to find his friend, girlfriend maybe, he finds her alright, and she is crouched down eating a dude. Because she's a zombie, and when she turns around, she has really bright green eyes for some reason. Not like ridiculously bright and green, but still more than I was expecting for their zombies. I guess I don't know if I've paid enough attention to the other zombies in the other zombies in The Walking Dead, but I don't think they have bright eyes. Eyes. That was a weird way to say eyes. 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 That's whenever somebody whispers eyes, I now think of Dishonored. The video game. You got that ability that lets you see in the dark, and every time you cast it, you got that creepy whisper goes, ice! Yeah, it's, so she's eating the face off a dude, and then when she turns around, she's got a huge, I think it was a knife jammed in her chest. I don't know why I just swung that. That was weird. Twitchy finger. And so, he takes off and winds up outside and gets hit by a car, winds up in the hospital, and then his mom and her boyfriend, they're high school teachers, and his sister, who's 17-ish, she said she's got one more year of school, so that puts her at 16, 17, I'm guessing, somewhere in there. And so they all come to see him, and the cops are there questioning him about what happened, because he was rambling about viscera and flesh, and they want to know what went down. I don't know if they ever went in the church, honestly. You'd think that somebody might have gone in the church to investigate, but did not appear that any cops did that. Oh, I thought that was a building, but it's just weird sky. And so, his sister's really mad that the mother is wasting her time on her brother, because this isn't his first go-around with heroin, apparently. And then there's a scene in there they used in the commercials for it. This kid goes to go in the high school, and the whole thing takes place in Los Angeles. And so he goes to go in this high school, and they've got metal detectors at the doors. Which isn't something we got out here in the boonies. And the hinterland. But it goes off, and so she takes some change out of her purse and slips it into his pocket, and then she checks his pockets and comes out with the change. Is like, oh, here's the change he had in his pockets. That's what set off your alarm. And then she took him into the back room and made him hand her the knife, and then asked him why he wanted it. And then he was talking about, you know, how I think it's 5 states, he said, that there are reports on the internet from 5 states about a virus and or something, spores, or they weren't sure, but it's causing people to attack other people. And so she's like, you need to spend less time on the internet. And if that were true, the authorities would have let us know. And he's like, oh yeah, And so they also mentioned, like, the school, a lot of students haven't been coming to school, and so they think it's a flu, because obviously that's what they've been telling people, that it's a flu. And so I don't know, they visit with the kid in the hospital a couple of times, and then the boyfriend, he's got a son, and it was supposed to be his weekend with the kid. He must be about 15-ish, it looked like, and but the kid said he didn't want to be involved with his girlfriend's family. So, ooh, nice, I got a better pickaxe. And so the guy finally agreed to just let him stay where he was at. And although I'm sure we'll be coming up on a trek to go find the kid. And so the sister goes and visits with the brother, and he says he's really going to try this time to get off heroin. And then the guy in the bed next to him dies, and when they're... Oh, okay, we've moved out of burn territory, it looks like. Except we're getting into some really hostile territory. This is ooh, that's a dead nurse, that's what that is. Isn't this dog territory? Or no, this is where the factories were? I'm not really sure. It's been a long time since I've been on this map. Man, I am really clocking these guys. These zombies are weak. And so, I gotta remember to grab lead while I'm out and about here. And so, after they take the body away, he takes the old man's clothes and then runs off from the hospital. And so he's calling somebody. They show him go get a phone, and he keeps calling somebody. You don't know who it is. And so the mom and the boyfriend, they go looking for him, and they go and see one of his old high school friends who is dressed, really nice, and is vacuuming out a minivan with the... Oh, I read that already. With I noticed there was a handicap sticker. Well, it's not a sticker, but a handicap mirror hanging thingy, whatever that's called. I don't know what those are called. I've got one on mine for parking, but I don't know. Anyways, mirror dangly thingy, and then there was a wheelchair sitting behind the van. So I don't know. He must have a sick parent or something. Well, no, maybe not sick, but somebody who needs a wheelchair. And anyways, so he seems like a really together and nice young man. And then he meets Nick. That's Calvin. So Calvin meets Nick at the restaurant, and it turns out that Calvin is Nick's dealer. And Nick wants to know what Calvin... I'm actually going to take that duct tape with me while I got room here. Nick wants to know what Calvin gave him, because he is pretty sure what he saw was hallucination. Because when we went back, there are no bodies. And the boyfriend went back to the church, no bodies. Just lots of chunks and blood on the ground. And, so... Calvin pulls, Calvin tells Nick he'll take him someplace, and get him a fix. Because Nick hasn't had anything for a couple of days. And, so they get in the car, they take off, and Calvin takes Nick to, one of those, runoff drains that they've got. And, one of those big ones, where you can, like, drive cars down into it and stuff. And, so, they get down in there, and then Calvin gets out of the car and tells Nick to get out of the car. And Nick sees that Calvin has come out of the car with a gun. Oh, you know what? I forgot a part. While they were out looking for Calvin, the mother and boyfriend saw or got stopped in a little traffic jam by the police, and there are helicopters flying around, warning everyone to stay in their cars, and they can't see what's going on, but you can see like the fire truck there, and the police and the ambulance, and then you hear somebody opening fire on something, and so they take off. And then at the school the next day, all the kids have got, the YouTube videos of what happened. Oh, this is a city. This is not good. This is going to be too much for me. I am not prepared to enter the city. This is different than the last time I was here, though. I don't remember there being walls. And this girder thing is new. This is new, and I don't feel prepared. I mean, I got a good melee weapon. I just have no range to anything. Not good enough to face off against whatever's in here. Alright, let's head back this way. Roswell, don't go. Really? Can I hit that person? And so all the kids are standing around watching the video, and the video shows the police checking a victim of something. Oh man, there's so many zombies here. And while they're hunched down over the victim reaches up and grabs hold of, I think it's a policeman who's over top of him, and bites him. And so they think it's a dead body, but then it moves, and so obviously it can't be a dead body. And so they start beating on the person, which of course has no effect, hitting him over and over with their billy clubs. And eventually they start opening fire on it. They shoot it a bunch of times. It falls to its knees. It gets back, or goes to get back up, and somebody finally shoots it in the head, which I still don't think would work. But yeah, and so they've got video of the police killing a zombie, and so then after that is when Calvin takes Nick out to the culvert, the runoff drain. I don't know what those are called. I know that in the movie Volcano, they ran the lava through it. And I know that you can drive your car in it on Grand Theft Auto. They're runoffs for, like, water, I think. Like flash flood kind of thing to stop it from damaging the city. But anyways, so Calvin takes Nick out to one of those. When he gets out of the car, Nick sees that he actually has a gun in his hand. They fight over the gun. The gun goes off. Calvin goes down. Nick freaks out. He finally contacts his mother. They show up. Nick grabs the boyfriend and tells him they did something really bad. They drive out to the... Oh, no. I guess I should have been watching my health a little better. Apparently I'm just going to stand here, too. But they drive out to the culvert. They get there, and there's no body. Obviously, because it has got up and walked away. And they said, bodies just can't get up and walk away. And so they're looking around. They don't see it. They get back in their truck, and they, as they're backing up back down the culvert, I don't know why he didn't pull all the way in. Calvin drove his car all the way in there and stopped. But when the boyfriend drove his truck in there, he stopped, like, way before he got to... way before he got to the end. I should have brought a club with me here. I don't have the stuff for a barbed club, or a spiked club, or a reinforced club, probably. Do I have arrows on me? I do have arrows on me. I would like to make a club. What am I missing? I don't have any sticks. That's the problem. Let's make some sticks. I mean, obviously, if I can make it back to my stuff without an issue, I won't need a club, but I'm a little worried about making it through here with no melee weapon. Although with 108 arrows, I might be able to make it through here. Anyways, gotta finish my story here. Well, it's not my story, but finish the episode. So they're backing up. They see somebody walking, staggering toward them down the tunnel that led into the culvert, and so they stop the truck. The boyfriend and the mother, they get out, and they start walking over. They recognize Calvin. Oh, good, I'm burning. I just set myself on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. And Calvin tries to bite the mother. And so between the mother and the boyfriend, they manage to shove him back. Nick puts the truck into gear and floors it, backing over Calvin. And like all the way over Calvin. Calvin gets back up. The mother and boyfriend are like, what is going on, you know? And Calvin puts it back, or not Calvin, Nick puts it back into drive, runs Calvin down going forward, and when he stops, Calvin goes flinging off into the culvert. And then when the mother and boyfriend walk over, Calvin, the lump of broken bones that Calvin is now, turns his head and snarls at them. The girlfriend, the sister's boyfriend. There's a scene in there with her and her boyfriend, a couple of scenes. He has now gone missing and has stopped answering his texts. Obviously people are dying. There's also a great scene in there where they declare the school day a half day because how few students are showing up. Well, no, they declared it a half day because people were freaking out over the shooting incident, and so they were sending everybody home early, and so they put them all on the bus, and the mother comes out of the high school, and when she's watching the kids get on the bus, she sees the kid who told her this was coming, and she waves at him, and I think he waves back, but it's a very like, I told you this was coming, we're all going to die, there's no hope kind of thing. It was funny when they had their conversation about why he brought a gun to school, or a knife to school. It wasn't even a good knife. I don't know what he thought he was going to do with the little kitchen knife that he brought, but he brought a little kitchen knife apparently and thought that was gonna save him from zombies. Well, he doesn't think they're zombies yet. He thinks they're just enraged people, but still, not the knife I would have chosen. But yeah, it was pretty good. Oh yeah, they had a conversation, and she's like, "Why'd you bring this knife to school? You're a good kid. You've got a future. You're gonna be going to college." And he's like, "Yeah, right. Like any of that's gonna happen anymore." And that's when he told her that he'd been reading the reports about how zombies were attacking people, although they don't call them, they don't realize they're zombies yet. Although you would think that if you fill a guy full of bullets and he gets back up and comes for you, and your girlfriend has got a knife sticking out of her chest and she comes for you, and stuff like that, you might start thinking zombies. At least I would think you'd think zombies. Oh, you know what? I need that oil now too, don't I? It's oil and duct tape. Something else. I forget what the other thing is. I remember one of the times playing this game that building just like this one was my hideout. There are so many zombies around me. Look at all these zombies. This is terrible. There's just no way I can deal with all this. But that's gonna be something I attempt to get out of on another day. So Yeah, watch Fear the Walking Dead if you haven't watched it yet. Sorry, I just gave the whole thing away. It was good. I like the actors in it. They seem to be doing a great job. It's not as exciting the first episode as The Walking Dead. I mean, I love The Walking Dead, so I love seeing the commercials for the upcoming season of The Walking Dead scattered throughout this first episode of Fear the Walking Dead 2. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty good when they get to the actual stuff that I want to see, like civilization collapsing and, you know, the military cordoning off, uh, neighborhoods, trying to keep everything under control, and you know, all that stuff. That's what I've been waiting for. Well, waiting for in the whole one episode I watched. I think I'd like to have seen like a second point of view from like the government as the government's collapsing, which isn't in this show. The show seems to focus on the one family unit. I believe is what the show is about. They're just gonna follow the one family. Is what I read, but it would have been nice to get a second point of view from the military trying to, or not the military, the government trying to deal with the collapse of civilization as the zombie infestation takes over. So, alright, click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.